Good evening and welcome to the Mayor and Council meeting of April 22nd, 2025 for the Borough of Fair Lawn. Will the municipal clerk please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting, giving the time, date, and information for assessing this public meeting, was advertised in the Record and the Herald newspapers on February 3rd, 2025, was posted on the bulletin board located on the first floor in the municipal building, and was filed in the office of the municipal clerk and posted on the borough's website.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Here.
Councilmember Kraus?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Here.
Mayor Catrone.
Here.
Also in attendance is Borough Manager Peluso, Deputy Clerk Goodell, Borough Attorney Verone, CFO Palermo, and RMA Wilcox.
Can everybody please rise for the flag salute? And will Jim Florio please lead us?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We're going to start with some proclamations, so if the council will join me in the well. Okay, we're going to start with our first proclamation tonight, which is for World Autism Month. Whereas autism spectrum disorder is a complex developmental condition that affects communication, behavior, and social interaction, impacting individuals across all genders, races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. And whereas an estimated 1 in 36 children in the United States and an unknown number of adults live with autism, each with their unique strengths and challenges. And whereas early, accurate diagnosis and appropriate education, interventions, and support services are vital to the well-being and long-term success of individuals with autism. And whereas people with autism spectrum disorder should have access to the care, opportunities, and inclusive environments they need to live fulfilling lives and reach their greatest potential. And whereas each year, on April 2nd, we observe World Autism Awareness Day, a time to raise awareness of the rights and needs of individuals with autism and to promote education and understanding of their condition. And whereas the month of April is recognized globally as World Autism Day, a time to shine a light on autism and promote inclusion, advocacy, and acceptance. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, Christina Catrone, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 World Autism Month in the Borough of Fair Lawn and encourage all residents to learn more about autism, support individuals and families affected by it, and promote a culture of compassion, inclusion, and respect. Do we have somebody here who's going to accept this proclamation tonight? No? Okay. I'm going to leave it up here. All right. Who wants to?
Christina, I take it.
Oh, good. Thank you. Do you want to say anything? You don't have to. Do you want to? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a. Can we take a picture? Oh, we don't have. Oh, Kurt's on photography. I know. Very, very high. Oh, you could have accepted it.
Just squeeze in a little bit more. All right. Pretend you like each other. Perfect.
All right. Arbor Day? Sure.
Whereas Arbor Day was first celebrated in 1872 with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, thanks to the efforts of J. Sterling Morton. And whereas trees are a vital part of our environment, providing clean air, reducing energy costs, creating habitats for wildlife, preventing soil erosion, and enhancing the quality of life in our communities. And whereas the planting of trees in our borough helps to promote environmental stewardship, improves public health, and creates a more beautiful and sustainable community for current and future generations. And whereas Arbor Day is observed annually to encourage individuals and organizations to plant trees and take action in caring for the environment, and it serves as an opportunity for education and community engagement in protecting our natural resources. And whereas our borough, in recognition of the importance of trees, will be participating in activities and events, joining with citizens, schools, and local organizations to plant trees and raise awareness about environmental conservation. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and Christina Cutrone, as Mayor of the Borough of Fairlawn, County of Bergen, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 25th to be Arbor Day within the Borough of Fairlawn, and urge all citizens to plant trees to promote the well-being of this and future generations.
All of you.
The man on the Arboretum sign. Come on. The legend. Okay, who wants to? Okay, good.
I have a few words to say. All right. Good evening, everyone. Why do we care about trees? They are beautiful, but trees do more than decorate our streets and parks. They quietly work for us every day. Urban trees in the U.S. produce an estimated 61 million tons of oxygen annually, enough to support about 120 million people. And here in Fairlawn, trees just don't give us oxygen. They capture stormwater, reduce flooding, lower our AC bills, and even raise our property values. They support wildlife like birds and insects and small mammals. They fight climate change. They reduce something called the urban heat island effect, where areas that have more trees are actually cooler at night in the summer than areas that don't have trees. And they make our neighborhoods more beautiful and walkable. Fairlawn's trees are a living infrastructure as essential as roads and schools. In the 1971 book, which influenced me, The Lorax by Dr. Seuss, all the trees are chopped down, the animals have vanished, and the landscape is left barren. And the Lorax, who had spoken up for the trees, disappears, but not before leaving behind a small pile of stones. And on that pile of stones is the word unless. And later in the story, the narrator asks or explains what that means. And in Seussian, what he says is, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And the message is a change, especially when it comes to protecting the environment and trees, only happens if individuals take responsibility and act with courage. This Tree City recognition today isn't just for the trees we planted, it's for that spirit of caring. And so thanks to the volunteers on the Shade Tree Committee, the Green Team, and actually a special shout out to Gail Rottensrich, who led the effort to change our tree ordinances, spearheaded the budget increases for tree plantings, was our shade tree liaison, and generally has made things happen when it comes to trees in Fairlawn. And let's keep going. The trees we plant today will shape Fairlawn of tomorrow. Because like the champion black oaks of Bergen Park, which are hundreds of years old, the trees and all their benefits will outlast us if we let them. And so thank you. Happy Arbor Day. See all of you at the tree planting event this Sunday at Memorial Dog Park, 11 till 1. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Josh will squeeze in a little more. Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Right? It doesn't matter. I'm going in total. Yeah. Just taking order now.
Whereas Sikhism, founded in the Punjab region of South Asia in the 15th century, is the world's 5th largest religion with over 25 million Sikhs worldwide and approximately 500,000 Sikh Americans. And whereas Sikh have been an integral part of America for over 120 years, contributing to our nation's growth through early work in agriculture, lumber, mining, and railroads, and continuing today through service in the U.S. Armed Forces and professions, including medicine, technology, business, and transportation. And whereas Sikh Americans uphold values of equality, service, and justice, and play a vital role in the cultural, economic, and social fabric of our nation. And whereas April holds significance for Sikhs as it marks Vaisakhi, celebrating the founding of the Khalsa, in 1699, and whereas the Borough of Fairlawn values religious diversity and is committed to promoting inclusion, education, and mutual understanding among all residents. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, on behalf of Mayor Christina Catrone of the Borough of Fairlawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Sikh Awareness and Appreciation Month within the Borough of Fairlawn, and encourage all residents to learn more about Sikh Americans, honor their contributions, and join us in promoting a community rooted in understanding, respect, and unity.
Can we have our members of the Sikh community? Okay, who's the spokesperson?
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're gonna take a picture first, or
Let him
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. As we recognize Sikh Awareness Month, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the town for honoring the contributions of the Sikh community. Sikhism is a monotheistic faith founded in the 15th century Punjab, India, by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. It teaches the importance of remembering God, earning an honest living, and serving humanity with love and humility. Sikhism is built on values of equality, selflessness, service, and justice, principles that strengthen the fabric of any society. This month is not only a celebration of culture and faith, but also an opportunity to learn from one another and grow in understanding. I am proud to be part of a town that embraces such diversity and inclusion with such sincerity. Your continued support helps ensure that communities feel seen, heard, and respected. Thank you once again for standing with us and for your commitment to this unity.
Why you get in this picture?
No, that's fine.
Come on in so we can get everybody in the picture.
All right, everybody squeeze in, yes. 1, 2. All right. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Guys all lined up already. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our next proclamation is for Adrenal Diseases Awareness Month. Whereas adrenal diseases affect millions of individuals worldwide, significantly impacting their health and quality of life. And whereas these diseases, including but not limited to Addison's disease, other forms of primary and secondary adrenal insufficiency, Cushing's disease or syndrome, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, and adrenal cancer often remain underdiagnosed and misunderstood. And whereas the adrenal glands, located atop the kidneys, play a vital role in producing hormones such as cortisol and epinephrine, there we go, which regulate essential functions necessary for life, including metabolism, immune response, blood pressure regulation, and stress management. And whereas raising awareness about adrenal diseases is critical to promoting early detection, accurate diagnosis, and effective treatment. And whereas education and support are essential in helping individuals and families affected by adrenal diseases cope with the challenges they face. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and Christina Catrone, Mayor of the Borough of Farallon, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 Adrenal Diseases Awareness Month and encourage all residents to join in increasing understanding, supporting those affected, and advocating for advancements in research and healthcare services related to adrenal diseases. And I believe Joanne Siegel is here to accept the proclamation. Would you like to say some words?
On behalf of the National Adrenal Disease Foundation, on behalf of the National Adrenal Disease Foundation, we express gratitude for turning on the blue light on the digital board outside of this municipal building, and we also express gratitude for presenting us with this proclamation. Thank you.
Stand. Yeah. We'll get from
Got it. I got you. One, two, three. Picture. All right, that's good.
Step out to the side. Of course you do. The rest of us. Whereas Arab Americans have been an integral part of the American mosaic for over a century, contributing significantly in numerous fields, including education, business, medicine, law, government, technology, and the arts. And whereas Arab Americans represent a diverse community of varied nationalities, cultures, and religious traditions, united by shared heritage and a deep commitment to family, community, and civic life. And whereas with a strong work ethic and dedication to education, Arab Americans have enriched our society by embracing the entrepreneurial spirit that strengthens our economy and upholds the values of freedom and prosperity. And whereas despite facing discrimination and stereotyping, Arab Americans have consistently worked to promote peace, justice, diversity, and understanding across communities. And whereas Arab American Heritage Month is a time to recognize and celebrate the history, culture, and lasting contributions of Arab Americans, and to promote awareness, inclusion, and mutual respect in communities across the nation, now therefore the Borough Council and Mayor Christina Catrone do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Arab American Heritage Month in the Borough of Farallon, and encourage all residents to join us in celebrating the accomplishments and rich cultural heritage of Arab Americans, and in building a more inclusive and respectful community for all.
Does anybody want to say anything?
Just thank you guys for
You're very welcome.
You guys want to say something?
All right, come on.
I have to get in the back. Right. 1, 2, 3. Josh, come in a little closer. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, our last proclamation for the evening is a very special one to me, but I know to everybody up here. And this is recognizing a volunteer who has given many hours to the borough of Fair Lawn, and that's Larry Metzger. Whereas the strength and success of the borough of Fair Lawn are built upon the dedication of individuals who generously volunteer their time and talents to serve the community, and whereas Larry Metzger has exemplified such dedication through 17 years of committed service on the Fair Lawn Planning Board, helping to guide the responsible growth, development, and preservation of our borough, and whereas throughout his tenure, Larry has brought thoughtful insight, professionalism, and integrity to every discussion and decision, ensuring that the interests of Fair Lawn residents were always represented with fairness and foresight. And whereas his extensive knowledge, attention to detail, and deep understanding of the needs of our community have made him an invaluable contributor to the Planning Board's work. And whereas Larry's long-standing commitment to public service reflects the very spirit of volunteerism and civic duty that makes Fair Lawn a vibrant and thriving place to live. And whereas the mayor and council, along with the residents of Fair Lawn, wish to express their heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for Larry Metzger's years of service. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, Christina Catrone, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim April 23rd, 2025, Larry Metzger Day. Here within the Borough of Fair Lawn, and do hereby recognize and honor Larry for 17 years of exemplary volunteer service on the Planning Board and extend our sincere thanks for his dedication to the borough. Come on up, Larry. So, I also have here from the state legislature a proclamation from Senator Joe Lagana and Assemblywoman Lisa Swain and Assemblyman Chris Tully. Having served on the planning board with Larry, I could tell you that any developer that was up there when we started down that end knew they were getting the tough questions from Larry. And every question that Larry asked and everything he wanted to know was always about the residents of Fair Lawn. How is this going to impact our residents? And you're not coming to our town and building something that is going to negatively impact our residents. It was an honor and a pleasure to serve with you twice on the planning board. That was where I got my start. And then when I came back, and I know Gail served with him as well. Kurt served on the planning board with him. He is just a tremendous, tremendous asset to this community, and we really are so lucky to have you. So thank you for all that you've done.
First, let me thank the mayor and council. I certainly appreciate. I don't think I can add anything to that very long paper, but I certainly appreciate it. But I do want to give a shout out because I'm looking at my neighbors, my friends, and my Pythian brothers out there. And I want to thank all of you for coming. And I got to thank my wife because I have a feeling you arranged this show. But thank you very much. Thank you for the proclamation. And it was a pleasure serving with all of you.
I just want to say what a pleasure it was serving with you, Larry. 6 years, more than 6 years we sat together on this dais, and I know how much you contributed, and it was a lot, and we're all grateful for your service.
And you were very sharp on
Oh, thank you.
All right, you get to take for both of those. Come on
practice one for everyone.
Okay. Number 6, council comments. Good evening, Council Member Salinas.
Good evening, Mayor. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, first of all, to all the recipients of the proclamations this evening. This past month, we celebrated Local Government Week. I had the privilege of presenting and reading at Warren Point. So I'd like to give a special thank you to Principal Gons, the teachers, and most of all the students for welcoming me into your classrooms. They had a lot of fantastic questions, ideas, suggestions, and I'll go on record as saying I have no control over creating a law that says that they will no longer have homework. So I don't take that lightly. It's always an honor to speak with Fairlawn residents, especially the young people, our future, about civic engagement and the importance of their voices. One of the highlights was reading a book that was recommended to me by Mayor Catrone and her daughter Nora, Sofia Valdez, Future Prez. If you're not familiar, the story is not only inspiring, but it's a beautiful way to remind students that leadership starts with caring and that they don't have to wait to be grown up to make a difference. I also had the opportunity to attend the Municipal Government Powered by You event, where I met with our community's incredible volunteer leads. Listening to their stories and what motivates them was so inspiring. There was a clear common thread, a deep desire to give back and support the place that they call home. We also had a successful conversations with the council at the Dutch House. Thank you to Main Street for sponsoring the event. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend due to a terrible case of laryngitis, probably from reading and talking all week. But I did hear that it was a fantastic evening of dialogue and community connection. In closing, I would like to wish the best of luck to all of the young athletes and their families as spring sports season gets underway. I'm also looking forward to celebrating Holi this coming Sunday. I know it's a busy Sunday because there's also the Arbor Fest as well. Arbor Day on Sunday, so we'll be bouncing around. Also looking forward to joining the Girl Scouts on their camping trip. And last but not least, by far the least, I'd like to wish an early happy Mother's Day to all who celebrate, especially my mom, my mother-in-law, and my colleagues, Mayor Catrone and Deputy Mayor of Community Affairs, Councilmember Rottenstreich. I don't know how we do it, but we do, and I am grateful for that and for you and all the moms, and I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Councilmember Kraus.
Good evening, Mayor. I want to thank Fairlawn Main Street for putting together the conversations with the council earlier this month, and for the Dutch House for hosting it. It was a really great event, and it was a really great opportunity to meet with people. Sometimes you're in an environment like this, and people see you wearing a suit, and it's a bit more formal. And then to have the opportunity to just engage with people one-on-one. So many people that I got to talk to are people that I've seen sitting in a meeting here or there, or at another event that I just didn't have a chance to talk to. So that was a really great opportunity. If you didn't get to make it this year, hopefully it comes back in another year, because it was a great idea. It was really well run, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you again to Main Street and the Dutch House for that. I wanted to share with everyone, if they haven't noticed, that the borough has a new website. So there's a lot of important information. One of the big things that we are always talking about on the council is the best ways to engage the community. How can we get information out to the community? How can we make it as accessible? And of course, there's social media and there's emails, but oftentimes these things are always linking you to a website. And to have a clear clean and efficient website is certainly a priority. So hopefully everyone is able to get a chance to check it out, likes the improvements. I definitely like the way the calendar looks now compared to where it was, so that was a big improvement from my eyes when I was looking at it. But do make sure you check it out and check out all the resources that are available, and you might find out about other opportunities for you to get involved in town by checking out our website. There are a number of events coming up. Some of them were already mentioned. Of course, the April 27th is a very busy day between Arbor Day at Memorial Park from 11 to 1, as well as Senior Prom going on at the high school from 1 to 4, and the Holy Festival from 1 to 5 at Memorial Park. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of ways for you to get involved or see your neighbors or just come out and enjoy a hopefully nice Sunday. There's a couple other events that the Arts Council have coming up that I just wanted to highlight for people. Wednesday, April 30th at 5:30 at Cozy Cafe is the annual poetry reading event in celebration of April being Poetry Month. May 4th, Sunday, May 4th, is the Art Council's Healing with Heart event at the Memorial Pavilion, which is an arts-focused event based on recognizing mental health. As well as May 8th from 6 to 9, there will be a mental health open mic and art exhibit also at the Cozy Cafe. So just some events to keep in mind in the coming weeks that are going to be put on by the Arts Council as well as a number of other groups in our town. And finally, I just wanted to thank everyone who came out tonight for the various proclamations. I try to thank everybody every month and just reiterate how important it is that you come out and that you raise awareness, whether it be about your heritage or whether it be about different adversities that you have faced in life or that others in our community may be facing, or just different things that make you a different and valuable aspect of our community. Thank you for coming out, because coming out and being visible is the first way, is one of the best ways, I think, to help build community and for everyone to respect all of our differences. Just one more special shout out and congratulations to Larry Metzger for all of his years of service. Larry has, not just on the planning board, but he has had a lifetime of service to his community and to his country. If you've never gotten to talk to Larry before, he is as humble as he was when he came up to accept his award, and really just one of those people that you may not know about, but are so valuable and contribute so much to our community, and has been so reliable to the borough of Fair Lawn over the years. So congratulations, Larry.
Thank you.
And that is all I have for tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Thank you, Mayor. Well said, Crystal, but I don't know how to follow that. But I do want to congratulate our Sikh and Arab neighbors on the celebration of Sikh and Arab American Heritage Month. We are so lucky to have you here tonight and to have you in our community and to have you as our neighbors, actually, literally, and, so grateful. I do want to thank everyone who came out for our first Fair Lawn Rev NJ event this past Friday, which was the commemoration of Paul Revere's ride warning the Sons of Liberty about the imminent invasion of the British regulars. Thank you to Liz Maresca for bringing the event together, to our committee members, and to Stages Theater, who made it a really memorable evening. I'd also like to take another moment to thank Larry Metzger for his many years of dedicated service to the borough. It was, as I said before, it was my honor to serve alongside him on the planning board for more than 6 years, and I considered it a true privilege. I really learned from you, Larry. You brought thoughtfulness and depth to every site plan that came before us, and your insights were always well-informed, and your questions consistently encouraged meaningful discussion and deeper analysis from all of us. So thank you again. I'd also like to thank the volunteers from the Shade Tree Advisory Committee and the Green Team who joined us tonight for the Arbor Day proclamation. On this Earth Day, at a time when the challenge of climate change can feel overwhelming and when federal leadership is denying its reality and working to dismantle the protections, policies, and funding needed to address climate change, it's especially heartening to witness the dedication of local volunteers whose passion, commitment, and hands-on efforts remind us that meaningful change begins in our communities. As the late Pope Francis said, "Rivers do not drink their own water, trees do not eat their own fruit, and the sun does not shine on itself. Living for others is a rule of nature. We're all born to help each other." And in that spirit, I want to join everybody in inviting people this Sunday, April 27th, from 11 to 1 at Memorial Pool for our Arbor Day celebration, which is also going to include the planting of 8 trees. So we really need a lot of help. And I want to thank all the residents who've asked the borough for trees. Because of you all and because of the increased funding by this council, we've been able to plant hundreds and hundreds of trees in the borough, which is a lasting investment in the health and beauty of our community. Finally, I want to say a few words about World Autism Day and Autism Acceptance Month. And everything I have to say on this subject, I say as a mother of a son on the autism spectrum who's thought about the issues surrounding autism for over 30 years. And never have I seen more disinformation spread or heard more outright disrespect for people with autism and their families. As a mother, I struggle to understand the causes of my son's neurological differences. The science is still evolving, as science is meant to do, but there are some things we know and many things we don't. We know that both genetic and environmental factors contribute to autism. We know that multiple studies have found increased rates of autism in places with higher levels of pollution. And yet the current administration is rolling back regulations on polluters. What we also know is that vaccines, and particularly the MMR vaccine, have been extensively studied and consistently shown not to cause autism. Yet this is the disinformation being spread by the head of the HHS and others who use it to gain political power and monetize fear and mistrust, targeting vulnerable families looking in anguish for answers. We're seeing now in real time the results of this disinformation campaign. Measles, which had been almost entirely eliminated in the United States, is now rising in communities where vaccination rates have fallen. Even here in New Jersey, we're below herd immunity with respect to vaccination rates, which means that babies too young to be vaccinated and people with weakened immune systems are no longer safe from infection. Addressing these challenges requires a collective effort to promote accurate information and support public health initiatives. By fostering understanding and combating misinformation, we can work towards a safer environment for all, particularly those on the autism spectrum and their families. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Good evening, Mayor. I'd like to echo everyone's congratulations to everyone who received proclamations tonight. We are certainly a better community due to the richness of our community and our diversity, and it's something that us as a council have really strived to celebrate, and it's something that we will continue to celebrate. So thank you to everyone who came today to accept proclamations. I also had the opportunity to participate in Local Government Week. I was fortunate enough to be permitted to go speak to 6 different 8th grade classes at Memorial Middle School. So I want to thank Principal Schwint, Mr. Thompson, and Ms. Fife for allowing me into their classrooms. It was a very rewarding experience for me. I hope the students got as much out of it as I did. Just talking about what our government does, and talking about problem solving. We talked about issues in town that affected teenagers and how they would go about using the levers of government to fix them, and what our limitations were and what our limitations aren't. So I think it was certainly worthwhile. I'd like to also thank the Drahusel family for welcoming us into the Dutch House to have our local government economic talk. Thank you to Ryan, who is hiding behind the podium. I can't really see him, but and all of Main Street, who sponsored it and supported us. The partnership that we've had with Main Street has certainly been beneficial to the borough, and I'm happy seeing the Dutch House's reaction after the event, how positive it was received. I'd also like to thank, I'd like to mention Kevin Pepitone, who's, I believe, downstairs with Fairlawn TV. Kevin is being honored by Sunrise Rotary in a couple weeks for his success in the Special Olympics. So, Kevin, as always, you've continued to make us proud as a community with how you represent us all over the state and all over the country. So thank you again, Kevin. I had the opportunity earlier today and for the last couple of weeks to review the 100th anniversary yearbook. I want to thank everyone who worked on that, particularly David Tratner, who has spent countless hours finishing the yearbook and adding content to it. I know I learned a ton about Fairlawn just reading through it. I believe it's going to print sometime next couple weeks, so look for it soon. I think it's certainly worthwhile for everyone in the community to pick one up, and Dave did a great job, so thank you to Dave and everyone who worked with him. I also wanted to specifically congratulate Larry Metzger, who, as Councilman Kraus said, served our country honorably and has served our town honorably also. Larry, I'm interested to know what you have planned for Larry Metzger Day, but I'm not sure the appropriate way to celebrate Larry Metzger Day, but I'm sure you have something in mind. There you go. Dutch House, that's a good plan.
There you go.
I also, just in closing, I had the opportunity to speak at the Marianne Calora Memorial and attend the scholarship fundraiser. At the memorial, former Mayor John Cosgrove asked me if the council would consider a permanent resolution permanently designating April 17th as Marianne Calora Day in Fairlawn in perpetuity. I plan to bring that resolution to the council at our next work session. I would imagine the council is going to support that. I'm also attempting to find a way that we can get approval to fly our flags at half-staff for Marianne on every April 17th. One of the things that I spoke to the kids about a lot is knowing the history of our borough and knowing the sacrifice that's gone into our borough, and just how much people have given and how much volunteerism there is in town, and the spirit of volunteerism that really fuels our town. So I encourage all of you to get involved, continue to get involved, and thank everyone for being here. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Okay. Good evening, everybody. I want to start by just thanking a few people. So I was invited to attend Briss Abraham's annual matzah baking event. I really appreciate them including us in this wonderful holiday tradition. And they were in their new space, which is going to be an education center where they're going to have all of their religious school classes, as well as all of the happy celebrations. You can rent the space, and it's really coming along. They seem to have established themselves there, and I, again, appreciate the invitation. I also, just before the meeting, some of you saw, was in here with many Girl Scouts. We had a Girl Scout meet and greet before the meeting where I got to explain a little bit about how our government works here in Fairlawn. and take their questions. I had some tough ones, like what's the most challenging thing that we have to do, and what's the most exciting thing that we get to do, and also how old am I, and how old is my dog, and what's my favorite color. So it was a range, but it was a wonderful, wonderful event, and I'm glad that it was organized and happy to be a part of it. I attended another grand opening since our last meeting for the Pickler, which is this incredible state-of-the-art indoor pickleball facility that is now off of Pollitt Drive. It's where DeCharo's base, right next to where DeCharo's baseball is, and the Retro Fitness. It's huge. It is open like a lot, like from 6 a.m. until 11 o'clock at night, because apparently people play pickleball all day long, which is fantastic. It's a unique business, and it really is a great type of business for us to have here in Fair Lawn, not just for all those who love pickleball, but it helps our surrounding businesses to have a business like that, because people who come to play pickleball, I would imagine, maybe get hungry after playing pickleball and want to go to one of our restaurants or frequent one of our stores, and it brings more people into the town to explore our business districts, and it really is, if you haven't been there, even if you don't play pickleball, you should go check it out. It's a really very cool facility. I have a few announcements that haven't been said. So our police department here has just put out a press release, and they're starting a new program. It's called Safe Call At-Risk Resident ID Program Registration. So they're hosting an event. They're doing this in coordination with the schools, with the OTPTs and the special needs teachers. They're holding basically what it is a system for people with special needs that maybe elope or run away or who can't communicate verbally. You get 2 bracelets, one for the guardian and one for the person with special needs, so that if they do need help and they can't communicate, it has emergency contact numbers on it. It's a wonderful program that will help a lot of our residents. So if this is something that is of interest to you, the information session will be at the Fair Lawn Senior Center on Thursday, May 8th at 7 o'clock. We also are excited to announce that our farmers market will be back this year. It will be every Wednesday, starting June 18th until October 15th, over by the Arboretum. And they're going to have produce, herbs, honey, eggs, fresh flowers, all from Circle Brook Farm. So we're excited to have that back. We have some exciting upcoming senior events from our age-friendly coordinator. Our senior prom is actually full. Last year we had 80 people sign up. This year we had 150. So we are full at this point, but we'll do our best next year to be able to expand it. But May 1st, from 12 to 2 at the pavilion is going to be free ice cream for our senior residents. So that's over by the pool. May 4th at 11 o'clock at Bergen Grove, there's going to be a drum circle. And we have 2 new things coming to town to help our older adults. One is bleacher backs that are being installed onto our bleachers, so that older adults who have to sit on the bleachers have something to lean against. I mean, I would like that myself, but so those are being installed. Any bleachers that we have that are stable to the ground and aren't bleachers that we move around, those are not safe to put bleacher backs on. We'll now have some. So I ask when people see them that you do reserve them for our older adults. And in the library, there is now a senior resource rack located by the Globe that has all kinds of information about resources from the state and the county government to help our seniors here in town. So some exciting things coming from our age-friendly initiative. Tonight on the agenda, we will be voting on our budget. So I do want to, again, extend our sincere thanks to our CFO, Karen Palermo, to our auditor, Steve Wilcoats, and to our borough manager, Kurt Peluso. They really worked tirelessly. They were resourceful, they were thoughtful, and they really helped us navigate what is a very challenging financial climate. So even as costs, as we all know, continue to rise, we were able to be creative, find efficient solutions, not cut any services, all while keeping Fair Lawn on really solid financial footing. So thank you all for your hard work on that. As I had said in each of the televised meetings, I'm going to do a Did You Know Fair Lawn edition. So this month's comes out of a meeting that Deputy Mayor Reinitz and I had with our emergency service volunteers. And they said that a lot of people don't know that, especially people who move to Fair Lawn from the city, that our emergency service, all of our emergency services, with the exception of our police, are all volunteers. So a lot of people who live in New York City who are used to paid firefighters think that that's what we have here, and that's not what we have. We are home to a very proud tradition of volunteer emergency services. Our fire department, we have a volunteer ambulance corps, rescue squad, and Office of Emergency Management are all staffed by everyday residents who selflessly give their time to keep all of us safe. You also might not know that Fair Lawn offers generous incentives to our volunteers, including what's called LOSAP, which is Length of Service Award Program, and a stipend program where members can earn up to $1,200 per quarter for their participation, and youth members can earn some money as well. So I encourage you, if you are interested in getting involved, they are always looking for volunteers. They truly are the backbone of our community. So if you're interested in volunteering, you can there's some information on our new website, very clear, easy to find. You can call 201-794-5390 to get more information. And last, I'm going to end, Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich and I often have similar comments, so I'm not going to repeat what she so eloquently said, but I am going to add to that I too, as a mother and as a mayor, was incredibly outraged and really heartbroken to hear the harmful rhetoric that came from our Secretary of Health and Human Services, and really from anybody in a position of national leadership. So I want to be very clear here tonight that those remarks do not reflect our values here in Fair Lawn. In Fair Lawn, we embrace, we support, and we celebrate individuals with autism and their families. We recognize their strengths, their contributions, and the joy that they bring to our schools, our neighborhoods, and all of our lives. So to all of our residents who are on the autism spectrum, and to all members of our special needs community, I want you to know that in Fair Lawn you are seen, you are respected, and most importantly, you are so deeply valued. Here in Fair Lawn, you very much belong. And that's all I have for tonight. All right, Ryan, you're up. Main Street Minute.
How do I follow that? Okay, so I do know how I'm going to follow it. So the last month when I was here, I spoke about kind of our grand opening of Carson's Cookies, the bakery on Broadway that employs and donates a portion of its proceeds to differently abled people. So in order to kind of really promote Fair Lawn, the Broadway district, and the innovation and creativity of our business community, we had a very fun media tour, I guess you could say, to showcase that this new business came to Broadway. So it has been covered to date by ROI New Jersey, News 12, The Bergen Record, My Bergen, and NBC. And I think that's important to showcase because it's a reflection of not just that business, but of Fair Lawn and its inclusivity as a community. Because we accept great businesses, but we also accept great businesses that do good causes for society. I want to take a moment to shout out our council members who attended the conversations with the council. In particular, I want to thank Deputy Mayor Reinitz for really spearheading this initiative. It was incredibly well attended. We really filled up the Dutch house, and the Drahuzels were ecstatic by the end of the night. And that's a reflection of the leadership of this council wanting to have an event like that. So thank you, and thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Ryan.
On that note, received a few days ago that the 2025 Main Street, New Jersey Transformation Grant recipients have come out, and we have received $30,000 from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs with specific intentions that needs to support our new special improvement district on Fairlawn Avenue. So that is a very significant amount of money in comparison. So that's great. I wasn't going to share this, but I'm going to because I was very inspired by Natalie's report. So the youth really are the leadership of the future. And in Fairlawn Main Street, we've had a number of really cool interns come through. And Choco, who was here, I think, 2 months ago to give the report, has had some very interesting kind of stuff happen to him. So he has been accepted to Boys State. Boys State's a program by the American Legion. So that it's meant to take the best and brightest of the young people and teach them about government, which is exciting because he had no, I think, ambition of government prior to this. And then we will unfortunately lose him for the summer because he has been accepted to the U.S. Department of State's National Security Language Initiative, which is a program that provides critical language study overseas to U.S. high school students through full scholarships to participate in intensive summer and an academic year program studying languages. So he will learn Russian in Eastern European country, which I think is a very strong reflection of how we're able to, as a community, come together and foster leadership amongst our youth. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
I'm going to this. Yeah, skipping this. Okay. Okay, we're going to move on with our agenda, but I know people, you can go ahead and go home. You don't have to stay. You're welcome to stay always, but don't feel bad. I see people quietly trying to go. Okay, but we are going to move on to our, the agenda just for the council, just so you know, is we have to just adjust some things on here, so, okay. Yeah, so we're doing 8B, public hearing and adoption of Resolution 156B-2025, resolution adopting the Borough of Fairlawn's 2025 municipal budget. May I please have a motion to open the time for public comments on Resolution 156B-2025 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comments is now open on Resolution number 156B, 2025 only. Please state your name prior to comments.
Pamela Coles. I really want to acknowledge our CFO and auditor and borough manager because I attended all of the budget meetings and I know how diligently you worked to have this budget passed. And any revisions, and I don't know how many times you met, but quite a few. And that was off time. So I do want to thank everything that you've done to have our budget be put forward. And I'm not certain of what the increase is, but I'm sure we'll find out if there is any at all. But I thank you all.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The public hearing on Resolution 156B 2025 is now closed. May I have a motion that Resolution 156B 2025 be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstrike?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. C, Resolution 157A-2025, resolution introducing the Borough of Fairlawn's 2025 Broadway Special Improvement District budget. May I have a motion that Resolution 157A-2025 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on May 20th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. D, Resolution 157B-2025, resolution introducing the Borough of Fairlawn's 2025 River Road Special Improvement District budget. May I have a motion that resolution number 157B-2025 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on May 20th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Resolution 157C-2025, resolution introducing the Borough of Fairlawn's 2025 Fairlawn Avenue Special Improvement District budget. May I have a motion that the resolution 157C-2025 be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on May 20th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Okay, number 9, Bergen County Open Space Trust Fund Avenue of Heroes Restoration Project. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments on the Bergen County Open Space Trust Fund for the Avenue of Heroes project only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment on this is now open on this project only. Please state your name prior to the comment. Prior to your comment, there'll be a 3-minute time limit. Mr. Florio, I know you wanted to say something.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a short story to tell, and if you don't mind, I know how serious this meeting is. I'd like to interject a little bit of humor. First, I want to say that I'm a proud resident of Fairlawn. I've been here for 76 years. I grew up in this town. My wife and I have put together our forever home, and I intend to die in this town. As a young man, I hunted in this town with a bow and an arrow. We were farmlands back then, lots of trees and lots of woods. I'm here specifically to say thank you for finally getting it together and having the Circle of Heroes completed, which it will be within the next several months. This is possible and been made possible by several grants, which I won't go into detail because I'm not privy to the information about the grants, but I will say this. Fairlawn is a veteran-friendly town. I'll never forget the words of former Mayor Kurt Peluso. He said, while other towns are cutting back on their veterans parades and veterans parties and veterans affairs, Fairlawn is increasing its. And that rang true. So I'm actually here to say on behalf of every veteran in Fairlawn, in Bergen County, in the state of New Jersey, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for our Veterans Circle, our Circle of Heroes. It will be a place to go and reflect. It will be a place of honor and a place of beauty. Going back to my beginnings, I'm the baby of 7 children. I'm 80 years old, some baby. Mom and Dad had a 4th grade education. Dad was an immigrant. And he met Mom somewhere around his 16th birthday, 17th. They got married and they had a Jagunda family. Well, this is a story that is in our family, and I'd like to share it with you because it will make you smile. In the years 1947 and 1948, in the summers of those 2 years, they were looking for a house, and they heard about this place called Fairlawn. Well, they crossed over the George Washington Bridge in Dad's Jalopy, and they came to this place at the end of Century Road, and they were able to read the words George Washington Mama Park. They didn't know what memorial meant. And Mom would pack an Italian lunch, a bottle of wine, a loaf of bread, and a piece of salami. That was it. And they would spread their blanket in George Washington Memorial Park, not knowing that it was a cemetery. The only cemeteries they had ever known had gravestones, big ones. Not George Washington. They have these flat things, and back then there was a whole area of open fields, and that's where they had their lunch. Well, they decided they had to have a house near this park. They loved it so much. Little did they know. Anyway, they bought a house on Stelton Terrace, which I now own, and they're in the park.
Oh, wow.
It's a family story, but it's cute. And again, I want to say thank you to this group, Madam Mayor, former mayor, for all of your help in putting the Circle of Heroes together. I know Kurt has sat in on many meetings. There will be marble stones. There will be beautiful benches where you can sit. There will be a battlefield cross, which is made in Alaska and is in shipment as we speak, coming to the Borough Parks Department. I cannot thank you enough and say that I'm so proud to be a member of this town. All my life, I've been in and out of here. I spent 14 years in the service, my active duty and my reserve time, traveled the world, but always came back to Fairlawn. Love it, and will always love it. And I'm proud to be the chairman of the Veterans Council of Fairlawn. I'm also proud to be senior vice commander of Post 281, which encompasses Fairlawn and Elmwood Park, and also a member of the American Legion. So with that, I say thank you very much and continue your work. It's awesome. And to the new mayor, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Pam, you sure you want to follow that? No. Anybody else on this motion? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to, I'm sorry, on this ordinance, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The public hearing on the Bergen County Open Space Trust Fund for the Avenue of Heroes project is now closed. B, Resolution 158-2025, resolution authorizing the borough to apply for the Bergen County Open Space Trust Fund for the Avenue of Heroes restoration project. Can I have a motion to pass Resolution 158-2025?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. 10, 2024 Corrective Action Plan, Resolution 159-2025, resolution approving the 2024 Corrective Action Plan. May I have a motion to pass Resolution 159-2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 11, ordinance on introduction. The next order of business is the introduction of ordinances. Upon approval, these ordinances will be advertised according to law, and a public hearing will be held on May 20th, 2025. The first one is Ordinance 2738-2025, an ordinance of the Borough of Fair Lawn, the County of Bergen, New Jersey, providing for various capital improvements and other related expenses in and for the Borough of Fair Lawn and appropriating $4,207,000 thereof and providing for the issuance of $3,996,650 in bonds or notes of the Borough of Fair Lawn to finance the same. May I have a motion to approve this ordinance, to pass this ordinance on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2739-2025, an ordinance of the Borough of Fair Lawn in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, providing for improvements to various roads located in the Borough of Fair Lawn and appropriating $1,700,000 thereof, and providing the issuance of $1,615,000 in bonds or notes of the Borough of Fair Lawn to finance the same. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2740-2025, an ordinance of the Borough of Fair Lawn in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, providing for various water supply and distribution system improvements and other related expenses in and for the Borough of Fair Lawn, and appropriating $2,060,000 thereof, and providing for the issuance of $1,957,000 in bonds or notes of the Borough of Fair Lawn to finance the same. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2741-2025, an ordinance repealing Article 10, Department of Health and Human Services of Chapter 2, Administration, Departments and Budget and Fiscal Procedures of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2742-2025, an ordinance creating a new code 2-109.5 Health Advisory Committee at Chapter 2 Administration, Departments and Budget and Fiscal Procedures. Article, oh, you're really testing my Roman numerals here. 17, non-departmental offices and boards, commissions, and committees of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2018. Sorry, I missed it. I need your reading glasses. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. That's okay. Ordinance 2743-2025, an ordinance to amend the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000 by amending and supplementing Chapter 62 entitled Animals, Article 3, Licensing of Cats. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2744-2025, an ordinance to amend the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000 by amending and supplementing Chapter 94 entitled Fees, Article 6, Schedule of Fees, and Chapter 232 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, more particularly Section 232-18 entitled Administration. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2745-2025, an ordinance authorizing a special emergency appropriation pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-53 for the preparation of a master plan re-examination report. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction? So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2746-2025, an ordinance to create a new Chapter 178 restricted areas of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinances on public hearing and final passage. Ordinance 2735-2025, an ordinance to amend Chapter 125 Land Development, Article 3 Zoning Regulations of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. May I have a motion to open the time for public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment on this ordinance is now open.
Pamela Coles, regarding this ordinance, land development, or Article 3 zoning regulations, what is being amended and what is this for?
Let me just flip. 27. Borough Manager, do you have this up? Otherwise, I'll pull it up quickly. Yeah, I think this was.
It has to do with, if I may.
Yeah, go
I have
ahead.
it right here.
Oh, here, it's under this section. Sorry, but go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, it just has to do with adjusting height requirements on River Road. The height requirements of the buildings, adjusting the story height of each story.
And how many stories is that going to include?
2 stories not to exceed 30 feet instead of 26 feet.
It's not an additional story, it's just 4 feet.
4 feet instead of,
Going from 26 to 30.
that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome. Seeing nobody else, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Public hearing on ordinance 2735-2025 is now closed. May I have a motion that this ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2736-2025, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170, Property Maintenance, Article 1, Property Maintenance Standards of the Code of the Borough of Fair Lawn 2000. May I have a motion to open the time for public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comments is now open on this ordinance only.
Pamela Coles, again, regarding this ordinance, 2736-2025, what is being amended to Chapter 170 of the Property Maintenance, Article 1?
So this is
And the standards.
Obstructing sidewalks or public place and the preservation of the borough greenway. It's just cleaning up the language in there so that people understand what we're adding here is it says except for driveways permitted in accordance with the rules of driveways. It just kind of explains that so that people aren't putting cement where grass should be.
Right, so it's just going to be in that area, it's going
Yeah.
to be greenway. That's what
Yeah.
that's for.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
May I have a motion that ordinance number 2736-2025 be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Ordinance 2737-2025, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank calendar year 2025. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? The time for public comments is now open on this ordinance only.
Pamela Coles. On this ordinance, it's not to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limit and to establish a cap bank. What is the cap?
So this is required every year that we do this, but since Karen is here, does our CFO want to explain it? Because I'm sure her explanation of anything math related is better than mine. So.
What that does is it's just a 1% relief to the cap if we ever need to go over our recreation limits, which a good example of this during COVID, when we didn't anticipate those increases. So that's when you would receive something like this.
So basically,
It's just an insurance.
basically, it's giving us a little bit of wiggle room in case we need to adjust something. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Can I have a motion to approve this ordinance, be adopted on second and final reading, and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Before we get to public comments on consent agenda items, we're going to go back because we thought that there was one that shouldn't be on there, but it in fact should be on there. So we're going back to 8A. Resolution 156A-2025, resolution authorizing the 2025 municipal budget to be read by title only. Can I have a motion to pass this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Okay, 13, public comments on consent agenda 10-2025 items only. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments on consent agenda 10-2025 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open on consent agenda items only. Please state your name prior to the comment.
Pamela Coles. I have a lot of questions on this, on the resolution for consent agenda items. 163-2025, purchase of goods or services under various national cooperatives for 2025. What kind of goods and services may that be?
Janitorial services, IT services, office supplies, technology products, garage and fleet maintenance equipment, automotive parts, supplies, and services. This just lets us buy the stuff through that cooperative, which helps us get lower prices.
Okay, thank you. The 165-2025, the resolution authorizing a professional service agreement with CME Associates to complete a master plan and re-examination. How much will that be costing us? Do
It's
we know?
$52,000, $52,388 to be precise.
$52,388. Thank you. Regarding the Cadmus House, 166-2025, resolution authorizing the Borough of Failing to accept the proposal from Delesio Engineering regarding structural engineering services for the Cadmus House. What kind of structure information or things do we have to do to the house?
So there have been some concerns about the integrity of the load bearing capacity of the Cadmus House. So we're having somebody go in there to just make sure it's safe. it's safe for people to be in there. We have, an intern in there that catalogs like the stuff that's in there, but
Right.
we want to be sure that it's safe to like open it to the public and have more than one person in there at a time.
Okay, and when are we going to do this? Because I would love to have this open for.
As soon as we pass this, then they can start working.
Okay, awesome. And do you want to add something with that? Contract services for CME, that's 169-2025, resolution authorizing the Borough of Fairlawn to entering a professional service contract with CME Associates for engineering services. What is that contract services? Is that on a per diem basis, or how is that being?
I don't think we pay them on a per diem. I think it's a per project we pay.
That's correct, Mayor. So this one is regarding the Westmoreland Wells. You might have seen the new facility that's being hopefully open soon on 11th Street.
Yeah.
We're going for inspection soon, and there's some final projects that CME is making sure everything's up to par.
Okay, super. And I'm just going to jump to 173-2025, authorizing the use of competitive contracting for the procurement of professional services for the reevaluation of all real property in the Borough of Fairlawn for the tax year 2026. Question, is this a reevaluation that we will be reevaluated, or can you summarize what this is for?
Yeah, Borough Manager, you want to summarize that one?
Yeah, this was as a request from tax assessor just to review some of the properties in Fairlawn to make sure that they're assessed at the correct value.
It's not a full town.
Not a full town.
Not a full town reevaluation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we know what sections or parts of town, or is it just on the sale of new houses, or what might that be? I'm not certain.
Yeah, I don't have that specific.
Okay, super. Thank you. So appreciate you.
Welcome. Anybody else? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments on consent agenda items only?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comments is now closed. Will the municipal clerk read the consent agenda passage?
Whereas the following resolutions, 160-2025 through 173-2025, having heretofore been placed on this consent agenda, require no discussion, and same having been previously reviewed by each council member, be and are hereby adopted, ratified, and confirmed in their entirety by the mayor and council of the Borough of Fairlawn.
Can I have a motion to pass consent agenda 10-2025?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 15, new business. I have two very quick things that I put on here, and then if there's anybody else. So DeCosmo Field, which is over at Brookdale, right, Kurt? Brookdale?
Yes.
That's yes. Is currently named after DeCosmo Sr., but the daughter of DeCosmo Jr. would like it to also be named after her dad in addition to her grandfather, and so she's made that request. That's actually, it was good timing on her part because it's still one of the old signs. It's not one that we've updated yet. So if it's okay with the rest of the council, I'd just like for the borough manager, when that sign is updated, that we reach out to the DeCosmo family and just ask what kind of wording they would want on the new sign, and then they can bring that to us for final approval at a council meeting. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then the other thing is related to the email policy that we preliminary adopt, but we kind of agreed upon at the work session, and then after we did, I realized that we forgot one thing, which is the county and state sometimes host events in Fairlawn that are sponsored by the county and the state. So, for example, if we can get motor vehicles to come to Fairlawn to do the Real ID process here, I would want to be able to advertise that. We are working on that, by the way. So I'd want to be able to advertise that in the borough email, but as of right now, that wouldn't fall under what's allowed, so I'd like to just expand it slightly to include anything that's sponsored by state or county government that's occurring in Fairlawn. Is everybody okay with that? Yes.
I would just like to add that when our federal representatives have,
that
you know,
too.
sometimes they have a constituents day
Yeah.
in Fairlawn. that
Yeah,
that
so
they-
any level of government that's officially sponsored by them, and again, is in Fairlawn, not all of their events across the county.
Yep.
Yep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Judy, could you just update that for us? Thank you. Okay, anybody else have new business?
Nope.
Borough manager, no? Okay. Public comments. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comments is now open. Please state your name prior to your comment. There'll be a 3-minute time limit. Oh, it's going down.
Yeah. Pamela Coles. I do want to add to our gentleman's comments. When we met down at the VFW hall, correct? It was an honor to be able to support you. Yeah, there were so many people who came out for you and came out to support the veterans and the Avenue of Heroes that I'm actually thrilled that this is going through, and it was grace to be able to support it. Thank you so much. Regarding the lights on Route 208, you remember I had mentioned that to you. Regarding it's just a string of lights. It goes from, I'm going to say, the Plaza Road exit all the way down and up the curb and around onto the Fairlawn Avenue exit. They are still not on.
Yeah, so, Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
So my office did reach out to New Jersey Department of Transportation. It's over their purview. They did get back to us, and they said that they will be going to those areas and changing those lights out.
Thank you.
You're
Super. And real quick, just regarding the planning board, the Deals property was approved. I know we need to really revamp that entire area. However, there is going to be a 78-foot tall building in there, and I don't think the need for that high and tall of a building is necessary. And it probably could have been, trimmed down a little bit. And, I know former Mayor Reitenstreich, you were on in that meeting, but it just seems a little excessive. That's that. And what I noticed across the street behind the Exxon station, cleanup has begun. What is going on with that cleanup? Do we know?
Behind, like where the tops?
Where the
site
tops
was?
building
Oh.
is. Where the tops.
Yeah, Borough
I
manager?
noticed all the trucks have been
I don't know.
have been moved out and whatnot. So I was just curious.
So yeah, we could find out. My
That'd be
office
very
wasn't
great.
notified about anything over there, but we'll find out.
Super. And lastly, Mayor Catron, what you had mentioned regarding having the DMV come here, would that be for Fairlawn residents only, or would that be multi-county?
That's a good question.
They
I
can't
don't think they can, they can't tell you to go if you're not from Fairlawn, but I don't know that they advertise it so far and wide. I think we do the advertising, so, but they're not going to cut anybody off. I know it's hard to get appointments for the Real ID, so that's why I want to try to get them to
Yeah, we
come
have
here.
boatloads I got mine years ago. So
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Luke Walsh. I just want to say thank you. Also, kind of echoing, sir, I'll get with you afterwards because I was in the military, so I want to make sure I get with your programs and all that. So just want to echo that. Look around, there's like 4 people here. So the work that you guys do, unfortunately, doesn't even get noticed. And I used to think growing up that this was like your jobs. I know it's not. I know we all have our own jobs. A lot of it is unpaid. Not proud of the leadership of our country, but I still wear my American flag socks because at least we're doing the right things here. So go to bed at least chin held high. It is exhausting every day looking at the news. and having to argue with people about things like finding a cure for autism, which we're going to find one by September. So
Find the cause by September.
Yeah, no,
for
I know.
sure.
It's annoying, and it's terrible that we even have to have that conversation, but we're doing the right things here at least. So just public announcement, give yourselves a break too from the news a little bit, because you are doing good work, because it drives me insane. So I know it drives you all insane because you're as passionate about all of this as I am. So like I said, I just want to say thank you. You guys are doing a great job. Younger generations got it too, so we'll be in good hands for a long time. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. And always thank you for your service. Yes. And I hope the baby is doing well.
She is.
Good. Anybody else? Okay. Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now closed. Number 17, Resolution 174-2025, Executive Closed Session of April 22nd, 2025, Contractual Bargaining Agreement, Personnel Matters. Will the municipal clerk read the executive session resolution?
Whereas NJSA 10-4-12B allows public body to enter into a closed session during a public meeting, and upon conclusion, the meeting will return to open public session. And whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn has deemed it necessary to enter into a closed session, excluding the public to discuss matters that are exempt from disclosure. Collective bargaining agreements, personnel matters. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Borough Council shall now enter into a closed session, and that the discussion in closed session will be made public when disclosure will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the borough.
Can I have a motion to go into executive closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember, sorry, that one's wrong. Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Okay, we're now in closed session.